Dear students, welcome to the lecture series on the topic Engineering Graphics. Today we are going to discuss about projections of the oblique lines. I am Dr. IPS Ahuja, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Punjabi University, Patiala. Now here we have been provided with an oblique line which happens to be inclined with respect to horizontal plane and the vertical plane. So we are not going to obtain the true length projections of this line into the front view or the top view orthographic projections over here. Let us now evaluate the projections of this oblique line. So here we have been provided with a straight line AB having true length equal to 50 millimeter, that is A dash B1 dash or AB2 equal to 50 millimeter. Whereas the end A of the line, it is lying 15 millimeter above the horizontal plane, and that the angle of inclination of the true length of the line, that is angle theta with respect to the horizontal plane, it is equal to 45 degree, while the angle of inclination of the true length of the line with the vertical plane, that is angle phi, it is equal to 30 degree. And into the top view projections, and A, it is lying at a farther distance from the vertical plane, while and B happens to be nearer to the vertical plane, and it is available at a distance of 10 millimeter in front of the vertical plane. So with this information, we are required to evaluate the projections of the line AB, the traces of the line, and the inclination of the apparent length of the line with horizontal plane and the vertical plane. Now let us evaluate the projections of this oblique line. So here we have got the XY reference line. Now we have been provided with the information that the end A of the line, it happens to lie 15 millimeter above the horizontal plane. So now we have marked a distance of 15 millimeter above the XY reference line or above the horizontal plane, and we have obtained a horizontal projector line which is going to provide us with the locus corresponding to the point A dash of the elevation projection view corresponding to the point A. Similarly, we have been provided with information that the end B, which is lying closer to the vertical plane as compared to the end A. So it means that end B, if it is lying over here, end A in the top view will be lying at a greater distance, more than 10 millimeter from the vertical plane. So now this distance of end B, it has been provided to us as 10 millimeter in front of the vertical plane. So we have marked a distance of 10 millimeter below the XY reference line, and once again we have obtained a horizontal projector line which is going to provide us with the locus of the points B and B2. So now we have to mark point A dash onto this horizontal locus line. So now we can mark this point anywhere onto this horizontal locus line. So the moment we mark a point A dash onto this horizontal locus line, meaning thereby that this point A dash happens to lie at a distance of 15 millimeter above the horizontal plane. So now we can draw a vertical projector line. Now we know that onto this very vertical projector line, the top view corresponding to the point A, that is small a, will be lying over here, because we know that A dash and A points, wherever it may be lying onto this vertical projector line, they should be lying onto the same vertical projector line which will be perpendicular to the XY reference line. So having marked point A dash into the elevation projection view, now we have the information that the true length of the line, it measures 50 millimeter, and this true length of the line measuring 50 millimeter, it is inclined at an angle of inclination of 45 degree with respect to the horizontal plane. So now this angle theta we have marked as 45 degree. So this point corresponding to this true length will provide us with the location of point B1 dash in the elevation projection view. And the moment we obtain this point B1 dash, so now one horizontal projector line we are going to draw through this point B1 dash, because we know that onto this horizontal projector line, that is onto left side of this horizontal projector line, the front view elevation projection point B dash is going to lie somewhere here. Why point B dash will be lying towards the left side? Because the apparent length of the line, it should be smaller than the true length of the line AB over here. Now we have been provided with the information that this true length of 50 millimeter corresponding to this line AB, it is further inclined with respect to vertical plane at an angle phi is equal to 30 degree. So now we can check. We do not have any idea about location of the point B2 over here. Now the location of the point B2 into the top view projections, it has not been provided. But one information is available with us, that the true length projection, which is going to again measure 50 millimeter, this will be inclined at an angle of inclination of 30 degree with respect to the vertical plane. And the point A will be lying onto this vertical line. So now we have got informations available with us. The information number one is point A will be lying ahead of this particular point, because we have been provided with the information distance of point A, it is going to be greater than distance of point B from the vertical plane. So point A will be lying ahead of this particular point over here onto this vertical projector line, which is emerging from point A dash. So from this point to this point, anywhere point A of the top view projection of the line can be located. Second information is available, point B2 will be located over here. And the third set of information we have got, true length of the line, it is inclined at an angle of 30 degree with respect to the vertical plane, and the length of this true length, it is equal to 50 millimeter. So now we are going to obtain a true length measuring 50 millimeter, which is going to end anywhere onto this vertical projector line, providing us with the location of the point A over here. So now we are going to measure this true length inclined at an angle of 30 degree measuring 50 millimeter. Now we are going to coincide this line with this vertical projector line emerging from the point A dash. So wherever this true length inclined at 30 degree, it will be intersecting with this particular vertical projector, and at the same time the second end of the line should be lying onto this horizontal projector line, which is 10 millimeter from the vertical plane. So these two conditions we have to satisfy. Point A will be lying over here, point B2 will be lying over here, and this line true length, that is 50 millimeter, and the angle of inclination of this true length, that is phi, with respect to VP has to be 30 degree. So these 2 points now we have been able to mark appropriately into the top view projections over here. So this point happens to be point A, this point, it is the second end point of the true length, this point happens to be point B2 over here. So once we mark this point A, so now we can draw a horizontal projector line through this point A, so that using the rotation of the line method, we can evaluate the apparent length projections of this line A dash, B dash and AB over here. So now we can check the true length of the line into the front view, and the true inclination has been obtained. True length of the line into the top view and its true inclination has been obtained. So now using the rotation of the line method, we are going to evaluate the apparent length projections of this line. So now we can check, as per the conventions of the rotation of the line method, we will be able to obtain the true length of the line into the plan projections when the apparent length projections in the elevation projection view, they happen to be parallel to the horizontal plane. So now here we have got the true length projections corresponding to the line available with us into the plan. So from the second point of the true length, we have to draw a vertical projector line up to the locus line of the first point of the elevation projection view. That is from the point B2, we have to draw a vertical projector line in the upward direction till this vertical projector line, it will be intersecting with the horizontal projector line obtained through the point A dash. So this intersection point will provide us with the apparent length projections corresponding to the elevation projection length over here. This point will be termed as B2 dash. So now AB2 will be true length only when A dash B2 dash happens to be parallel to the horizontal plane. So now the apparent length in the elevation parallel to the horizontal plane has been obtained. So with this as our needle point, we are going to open the compass up to the radius A dash B2 dash and an arc into this direction through point A dash. We will be drawing backwards so that wherever this arc is going to intersect with the horizontal projector line emerging from B1 dash, so this intersection point will be providing us with the location of the orthographic projection point B dash corresponding to this line AB. So this way the apparent length of the line into the front view orthographic projections has been achieved, and the angle of inclination of this apparent length with respect to the horizontal plane. So this angle alpha has also been evaluated over here. Now having evaluated point B dash over here, now we need to evaluate point B. So point B can be evaluated by two methods. One method is by using rotation of the line method, B can be evaluated. Second method is, since B dash has already been evaluated, we can draw a vertical projector line from B dash onto this horizontal locus line which has been drawn at a distance of 10 millimeter from the vertical plane, which is the locus line corresponding to the points B and B2. So wherever these two projector lines they are going to intersect, we are going to obtain the point B. So here we have obtained point B by the shortcut method. So now having obtained point B over here, now we can join points A and B. So this is the apparent length of the line. Now let us carry out the validation of this point B. That is, if we obtain this point B using the rotation of the line method, whether the same point B we are going to obtain using the rotation of the line principles over here. So now we know that we will be able to obtain true length of a line into the elevation projection view only when the apparent length of the plan projection view happens to be parallel to the vertical plane over here. Now what we have to do, from the second point of the elevation projection view, we have to drop a perpendicular projector onto the first point of the plan projection view so that we are able to obtain apparent length in plan parallel to the vertical plane. So now here we can check. Here we have got true length of the elevation A dash B1 dash from the second point of the elevation true length. Now we are going to draw a vertical projector line into the downward direction and extend this vertical projector line up to the locus line of the first point of the plan projection view. So here we can check, first point of the plan projection view is point A. So onto this horizontal locus line, wherever this vertical projector line it is going to intersect, we are going to obtain the point B1 into the plan projection view. So this way now we can check the apparent length projection in the plan, it is parallel to the vertical plane. That is why we have been able to obtain true length of the line into the elevation projection view. So now having obtained the apparent length of the plan projection view over here, now with A as our needle point, our radius will be AB1. Now through point A, again we are going to draw a curve in the backward direction. Now we find out this curve, it is going to end at the point B. So this way we have validated whether we had obtained point B using the shortcut method or whether we had obtained the point B using the rotation of the line fundamentals, we have obtained the apparent length of the line as AB. So the same endpoint we are going to obtain over here in both the situations. So the apparent length of the line in the front view alongside the apparent inclination of the line with respect to HP has been obtained, and apparent length of the line in the top view has been obtained, and the apparent angle of inclination of the line with the vertical plane has also been obtained. And now we can evaluate apparent length in plan. It is shorter than the true length in plan, but apparent angle of inclination beta, it is greater than angle phi. Similarly, the apparent length in the elevation, it happens to be shorter than the true length in elevation, and apparent angle of inclination alpha happens to be greater than true angle of inclination, that is theta. So now let us evaluate the traces of the line over here. So a trace of a line will be evaluated from the apparent lengths A dash, B dash and AB. So now we need to extend the line A dash, B dash such that this line A dash, B dash or its extension, it should be intersecting with the XY reference line. So wherever the A dash, B dash apparent length projection or its extension, it is going to intersect with the XY reference line, we are going to obtain the point H dash over here. And next, from point H dash, we will be drawing a vertical projector line into the plan projection view, and this vertical projector line has to be extended in such a way it should be intersecting with plan projection line AB itself or its extension over here. This vertical perpendicular projector is not intersecting with the plan projection line AB, so we have to carry out the extension of the plan projection line AB. So wherever this extension of plan projection line AB, it is going to intersect with this vertical projector drawn through H dash, this point of intersection will be the point H over here. So this distance between H dash and H measured perpendicular to the XY reference line, this is going to provide us with the measurement of the horizontal trace of the line. Similarly, we have to evaluate the vertical trace. So the vertical trace of the line can be evaluated when we extend the plan projection line in such a way that this line AB or its extension, it should be intersecting with the XY reference line. So wherever the plan projection line itself or its extension, it is going to intersect with the XY reference line, we obtain the point V over here, and from this point V into the perpendicular direction with respect to the XY reference line, we have to extend this vertical projector line in such a way that this vertical projector line which is emerging from the point V, it should be intersecting with the elevation projection line A dash, B dash itself or its extension over here. So here we have evaluated, it is not directly intersecting with the elevation projection line A dash, B dash. So we have to carry out the extension of the elevation projection line. So wherever this intersection of the extension of the elevation projection line and the vertical projection line emerging from the point V over here, so this intersection point will provide us with the location of the point V dash alongside this elevation projection line, and this vertical distance V dash V, this will provide us with the measurement of the vertical trace of the line. So this way the projections of the line A dash, B dash and AB into front view and top view have been obtained. The inclinations of the projections with respect to horizontal plane and vertical plane, that is alpha and beta, have been obtained, and the horizontal trace and the vertical trace of the line, they have also been obtained. So this is all for today. So we are going to continue with further discussion regarding few more illustrative cases of projections of the oblique lines in the coming lecture classes. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot.